Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. We're working on the Scottish Claymore, and my terrible accent is back. And of course, we are also back as we continue working on this gigantic, ginormous, and awesomely fun build, the Damascus steel Scottish Claymore. Yesterday, we made the pommel. The day before, we made the guard. And today, special idea I had for the handle. I'm not sure if the materials showed up, but I need to get a tool so that we can make the handle a little bit easier. So, we're going into town. Almost had flashbacks to that time where I almost ran out of fuel on the way to the petrol station. It's time to fuel up. All fueled up and ready for the tool store. Store. Come on, Alex, tool store. Now, I think I'm gonna try something that I saw I like to make stuff do on his wooden katana, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you can check out his video. So when he made his wooden katana, he used a router to route out the two slabs. Apparently I don't exist. There we go, I made it through. He used a router to mill out the slabs that he attached back together for the handle. Lots of you guys in the comments also suggested that I use a router to do it. Well, in that case, in that instance, I hadn't prepared the wood for a router to work. However, if I plan ahead, and because you guys recommended it, I should be able to use a router for the handle on this Scottish Claymore. Oakley dokley. This is a router, right? No, I don't think so. This looks like a router to me. Now we need bits. What does a router bit look like? I presume it looks like one of these, since it says straight router cutter. What size shall I get? I have no clue what I'm doing, no clue what I'm looking for. But these look like they'll do the job. We're all set. Caustic soda for our magical Damascus finishing technique that we're still trying, and we're going to try on this Claymore. Don't get that in your eyes, you end up blind. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I think we need Christmas lights. Christmas lights. There's a Christmas shop right there. That's probably it. So one of the interesting things about filming is if you don't have good lights, you end up getting a flicker. So what we just did is we wanted to see which one of these flicker when it is that we're filming them. We've worked out these number 18s pretty good, so we're going to use the number 18s. A 1, a 2, a 3. Sorted. Let's get a Christmas tree. Oh my goodness.
That's the one.
That's the one. These things are huge. What? That would fit in the workshop. Oh my goodness, that is so damn cool. Okay, how do we get it back? The choices. There are so many trees. Look at how voluptuous this is. It's so thick and Christmas tree-like. Wow. What do you reckon?
That's the one.
That's the one? How do we get it back? It looks like it's taking a journey on the roof. I've never netted a Christmas tree before. Oh, look at this. We're netting a Christmas tree. Look at that! That's one finely netted Christmas tree. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, no, can't jump with a Christmas tree. Let's go! And so, after our good little escapade, I have a Christmas tree for the workshop. Right, this can go there for now. After our successful trip running errands, check this out! The Pilkington has lights! So does the mill! And the grinding room window! And the squat rack! We got lights everywhere! And now... And now we're gonna work on the handle for the Scottish Claymore. Sadly, the material that I wanted hasn't arrived, but with the piece of wood and the router, we're gonna be able to make good progress before we finish it off. So first things first, I'm gonna split this on the bandsaw, but Jamie has been working on his knife. What are you doing, Jamie?
Normalizing cycle.
Outstanding, getting ready for the heat treat. So I need to slice this on the bandsaw. Oakley dokley. So, we now got 2 flat pieces of olive wood. And it's now Jamie's turn to harden his knife. How you feeling, Jamie? Was that nerve-wracking?
It was nerve-wracking. We nearly dropped it off camera.
Yeah, it can get emotional. It can get emotional. I can understand.
This is like my first child, my first knife, my first-born child.
Looking beautiful. Look at the marten sight. Just looks fabulous. So just wiping down the oil before we go into the oven for the final bake.
Chef Jamie strikes again. Let's make the icing.
Sadly, there will be no icing. We're back onto the wood. We need to learn how to use a router. We need to learn how to best make a slot. So let's give this a go. I like to make stuff. 1.5 million views in a week? Hey, Bob, congratulations. 1.5 million views on his katana video in a week. That's insane. Right, let's see how he machined out the slot for his katana.
So that it would only be halfway into each handle.
So it looks like he's just freehanding it with the router. Okay, thank you, Bob, for the tips. It looks like I'm going to put a cutter in there, double-sided. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Extremely sad that I did not know how wonderful it was to use a router before I worked on the katana, because I could have left those bits of katana wood flat and I could have just done the exact same thing and I would have saved so much time. That machine is incredible. Routers. Thank you, commenters. Thank you, Bob from I Like to Make Stuff, for teaching me something new. This is exciting. It's now time for us to do the next step, which is to take the split pieces of wood and reassemble them, glue them together, and make sure that we can get a solid join for the handle of our Scottish Claymore. So now I've got the sword, and to save a little bit of an issue of the sword gluing to the tang, it's December, so you know, we've got to make sure that we're nice and celebratory for Christmas. What do we have here?
Coal.
No, there's no coal in this one, but you can get your Blacksmith-themed Blacksmith's Get Coal t-shirt at alecsteelshop.com. No more free shipping, though. That expired. But I have some wax, and this has been heating up inside the stocking, inside the forge for a very special purpose. I wanted some wax to be a little bit on the wet side, so I could take a rag and wipe it all up the tang. The reason for this is this wax, when it dries, is going to create a very thin coating on the tang that is going to be able to mean that if there is any glue that wants to make it difficult for this to slide out of there, a little warmth will liquefy the wax and let the tang out of the handle. And back in the stocking it goes.
Close enough.
Resin, hardener, nice equal measured scientific portions. Ugly-duggly. And so, with epoxy right here, and checking my scribe line. Okay, the two pieces are together. And now I'm going to clamp it. And one more for good measure. So while that is gluing up, I'm going to go into the grinding room and we're going to sweep up all the dust that has been made from the grinding of the sword, since I don't have any more metal stock removal to do, and we're going to weigh it. we're gonna see how much I ground. There was 7 pounds and a few ounces of scale. How much of dust? Holy macaroni! That is a lot of grinder dust. Dustpan number 1, 5 pounds, 11.2 ounces. Dustpan number 2, 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Minus the dustpans, that is this amount of weight. Holy moly, that's a lot of dust. That is a lot of wastage. Including the scale, the amount of wastage for this project has been that much. And I don't know how much it is because I haven't done the calculations, but you know how much it is. That is insane. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. These projects produce a lot of waste. In other news and slightly bad news, we've had a problem with the David Bowie knife by Jamie.
The David Bowie knife is dead. We have a crack in it from here somewhere along the heat treat. I'll put a picture here so you can see what it looks like close up. It's now kind of a rusty kind of colour to signify its death. So sadly, the David Bowie knife will never be finished, but there will be a new knife. But until then, sadly, this is over.
Alas, Jamie's first project to crack. Ouch, that hurts. Ladies and gents, please give me your condolences in the comments below. That is a really, really sad thing. First project ever, and it doesn't work out. It was a beautiful job too. He's done a great job. He learned a lot, and I tell you, that is a clean-looking first knife. So great job, Jamie. Also give him your congratulations in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scottish Claymore sword is going to be continuing in tomorrow's episode, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned, and I'm going to see you then. It's been wonderful to have you here.